Okay, and we're back right where we left off, right before the boss fight. Let's see this.
You are alive! Run while you can!
Daryl, you're an
No!
idiot.
Don't leave us here!
Yeah, fat bastard.
Please! Make it stop!
And
An uninvited guest. We were hoping to save you for last. But since you came here willingly. So, you are the one behind all this madness. You'll pay. How arrogant! Look around you. It's over. Soon both the Stoneshard and your souls will serve the higher purpose.
okay.
Still, the court appreciates your courage. You could serve us well. Put down your weapons. Not this time, abominate. Well
Okay. So he's gonna throw on a bubble around himself, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and break these statues. Move out of the way of the blood. Because the blood is boiling. Okay, so that will get rid of most of the offensive. The other one will just summon zombies and buff them a little bit, which makes it really... It makes it annoying, but the zombies aren't that hard to deal with, like you see there. Let's go ahead and kill this one. I want to hold on to as much energy as I can. Yeah, go ahead and summon one more zombie. That's fine. Okay, he's gonna transform into a fucking demon right now. And we're going to kick his ass. Look at that.
most have mercy.
Discount Dracula right there. Oh, he's about to do an ability right there. I'm gonna try and bait him into jumping into this wall right here, just like that. No, fuck. Okay, we missed. Nice. So he will keep eating people to heal, which is a little annoying. He's gonna jump back. Okay. Whew. He's about to jump in there. We're gonna let him jump and hit this. Ow. Ah, that hurt. That hurt, that hurt, that hurt. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a healing on the torso. I'm gonna hop back. Nice. And there we go. Solid. We won.
Hell of a trip. Baron, I have many questions.
That guy's a bit of a dick, but it's okay.
Now is not the time.
Okay. And with that, we won the day. Pretty annoying boss fight, to be straight up honest. I hate doing that boss fight, but we won the day. Let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. Let's go ahead and keep the story going.
Oh, my belongings! My entire fortune! I'm ruined!
So that guy is some sort of a merchant. He's a bit of a dick, to be honest. I don't care about him. Sort of a fat ass, in my opinion. Don't care.
For the love of the whole Steinward, shut your mouth! Baron is dead. Luck is dead. So is Jorgen. And you cry over some old junk.
Yep.
And it's all because of you, Varen. Did you think our lads would chicken out? You could have at least told me. An easy job. Maybe some digging. You call a horde of cannibals an easy job. So you're saying that your Gwynel set us up for
Sorry,
certain death?
I skipped that. He says something along the lines of, "I wasn't sure. Gwendolyn didn't give me details."
I don't know. I hope not. It's some kind of mistake.
So basically, these guys were adventurers. They came here for a job, but the job turned into a nightmare. So like every D&D campaign ever.
This mistake cost half our men their lives. I know. I have many questions too. And believe me, once we are done with the contract, No, Varen. This is where we part. The caravan is no more. Rinward, Aruz, and I are going back to Bryn. After all these years, I've just saved your hides. All you did was save us from the trap you'd let us into. We always used to know where and what our jobs were. But once you started rubbing elbows with Gwenel, there was no end to our misfortune. I want to know what Gwenel is hiding, why he needs stone shards, and what these damn stuff. And yet, we don't have the slightest idea about anything. Well, you only care about money. But there is no paying debt off. I'm done. You are free to go. But I am bound by the contract. I'll manage without you. Get lost.
Okay, and there we have it. A The Bitter Beginning achievement unlocked. Nice. Way to go, guys. Now we are in Osbrook a week later.
So here I am. The caravan is gone. My leg is crippled. Half my men are dead, and the other half are deserters and traitors. The host be praised. At least I've got the stone shard.
Okay.
If I knew I had to deal with an entire cult of devil knows what, I'd think thrice before getting into the whole mess. I'm too old for an adventure like this. Ah, only I could have a good talk with Gwenel right now. I'd ask him what the hell is going on. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've never found myself in such a tough spot. I
Okay.
need to get back to Bryn. I'm not up to going there by myself.
Okay.
So that's why I sent for you. Do you remember how I helped you out back then? Well, time to return the favor. Damn, it's been so long. Tell me.
Okay, so this is our character selection screen. I'm going to essentially I don't know which character I want to pick, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys see through it, and I'll just Alt F4, and we'll come back next time with the picking of this character. So we have Vilmir, who was a Ravager, unique trait to each their own. Upon receiving an attack, Vilmir is granted a 1.5 accuracy for 5 turns. The attacker is applied with a plus 3% damage token for 5 turns. So basically, when he hits a little bit harder. He is relatively well strong, pretty agile, pretty perceptive, but his willpower and vitality are a little short. His primary weapon is a spear, followed by ranged weapons, then athletics, combat mastery, two-handed axes, and two-handed maces. In Scadia, the most grievous offenses are paid in blood. When Vilman learned that his brother's treacherous murder at the hands of a man known as Denzin, he abandoned his life as a seafaring merchant without hesitation to deliver justice himself. After a few years, Velman had been partially tracked down the murderer until eventually the chase brought them both to Aldor. Drezin attempted to lie low in one of the cities, but Valerin hunted him down nevertheless. The reprisal was swift and violent. Once the blood feud had been settled, Vera realized that without vengeance he didn't have much purpose left in life. After long consideration, he decided to stay in Aldor to become a bounty hunter, so that he could continue chasing down fugitives and outlaws over and over, reliving the thrill of bringing villains to justice. Cool. Then we have Jorman, who is a Reaver. Berserker, his unique trait is Berserker's Frenzy. For each enemy kill, receive a plus 10% weapon damage and plus 5% crit efficiency for 10 turns. This effect stacks. He's proficient in swords, axes, shields, combat mastery, obviously, dual wielding, and two handed axes. Not so long ago, the people of the northern borderlands would shake in their boots at the mention of Tyr One Eye, the legendary leader of the Fjall Brigands. Tyr's gang was infamous for their audacious raids. Even the well-armed troops of the local lords couldn't keep up with the dwarves' attacks. Oh, he's a dwarf. That's cool. The dwarves' attacks. Jorman was one of those brigands. He did not join them in the love of carnage, but rather because most citizens of America could imagine a different fate for themselves. Truth be told, for a merciless cutthroat, Bjorn was way too soft-hearted and honorable. When Tyr One-Eyed started committing untold cruelties and captured Simon, Jern, who was always held the belief that violence against the defenseless is unbecoming of a true warrior, grew resentful of the gang leader and his needless brutality. It is unknown when or how Tyr crossed the final line, but one day Jern ran out of patience, and after a short duel, the ringleader's scalp ended up in his trophies. Oh my god! Left without guidance, the gang fell apart. Some dwarves returned to Fel, while German decided to head south to try his luck as a mercenary. Cool. Then we have Erin. She has a vow of fate. She's a maiden knight. For each enemy in your vision, receive a -5 to the cooldown duration, -5 to ability cost, and -2.5 to damage taken. So the more people around her, the little faster and a little bit tougher she is. She is skilled in swords, maces, two-handed swords, shields, combat mastery, and two-handed maces. In the noble houses of Aldor can boast a history of as impressive as the houses of the Dairavine. By law, the title of knight can only be passed down to men, so it's not hard to imagine the chagrin on Aaron's father when, after years of fruitless attempts, his long-awaited heir turned out to be a girl. To save his house, Aaron's father decided to invoke the half-forgotten custom of the Farron foothills. Aaron was to be raised as a boy. Her entire childhood and youth was dedicated to rigorous training, then serving as a page for one of the noble families. When she reached adulthood, she was knighted and even participated in a few tournaments. Alas, even though her martial abilities showed promise, Aaron never learned how to properly plot or intrigue, which is a vital skill for all Eldorian nobles. So basically, she was raised to be an awesome warrior, but she never learned how to be a lord. That's unfortunate. Soon after her father's death, Erin lost her fief title and inheritance to her enemy's schemes. The House of Darvin ceased to exist. Shaken by these events, Erin gave an oath of to redeem herself by heroic deeds and embarked on an endless journey throughout the lands of Aldor. That's pretty cool. Then we have Derwin, who is a wood warden. He has sharp eye. The first time an enemy enters your vision, they are applied with a -20 dodge chance and -20% damage taken. Cool. Okay, he's trained in daggers, staffs, ranged weapons, axes, athletics, and two-handed axes. Darren spent most of his life in the loyal service of the late king, relentlessly patrolling the hunting lands of His Majesty. He started out as a regular forester, but over the years Darwin earned his monarch's high trust and became one of the first royal rangers. Even though they didn't exist for long, the rangers proved themselves to be stalwart protectors of the royal woods. After King Etebur's death, the unit refused to obey the council's orders and was soon disbanded. Upon falling to persuade his former brothers in arms to stick together, Darwin headed into the woods. till recently he has been living as a hermit, far from the chaos of war, only occasionally visiting a nearby village to sell off his trophies and assist the peasants with their hunting endeavors. Okay, so we got like three royals, or humans, I guess. Yep. We have a dwarf and a human Skaldian. Not quite sure what that means. Then we have Joanna, the runaway sources, arcane law. Each learned spell or magic passive grants a plus 1.5 to magic power. Cool. She knows pyromancy, geomancy, daggers, staffs, athletics, and dual wielding. Since the ancient times, the Eldorers held a belief that women and magic do not go well together and can only bode ill. Lectors of the main academy fully shared this prejudice, barely ever accepting women for magical training. Joanna, however, was an exception. One of the instructors noticed her potential and thirst for knowledge, so he gave the daughter of a small time blacksmith a chance. Fortunately, Joanna had never finished her training. Her mentor's foul temper and grabby hands isn't something Joanna planned to put up with. When one morning his charred remains were found in the lecture hall floor. Oh my god. Joanna has already had a few was already a few hours away from the academy. She loathed riding south on a stolen horse. If it weren't for the war breaking out, Joanna would have likely been caught and burnt at the stake, but in the chaos of strife, allowing her to disappear and joining a mercenary band. Cool. That sounds pretty awesome. I think I'm gonna call the session right there. It's a little short, but you got to see all of them. So vote in the comments. Leave a comment down below on which one you guys think I should play, and we will pick that one. All right. I will catch you guys in the next one. This is Shadakira signing off, and hey, welcome to Shardstone. Hope you guys enjoy it.